It's an interconference contest here in the Big Apple, New York, as the Knicks play one at home. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sidelines. This game is part of the travel schedule for Denver. And we saw last season the Nuggets GA in the final week of the regular season making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seemed like there'd been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Jackson with the screen. Morant bats for two. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Here's Spencer. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Pass to Gafford. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 5. And it's Morant missing. Here's Shed. Now here's Allen. The three. Rebounded by Jackson. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Wagner from long range. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
What we know about Franz Wagner is this guy attempts a fair amount of threes for a reason. He's pretty effective, guys.
And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, stay attached, affect the quality of the shot. That is excellent interior defense.
High post, Jackson. It's rebounded by New York. Allen outside. Lets the three fly. New York, no good that time either. Denver in the lead. Wagner outside. Morant with it. Over Allen. And it's Morant missing. Pass to Highsmith. Here's Shed. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Spencer. Misses the wing J.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's New York. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. He was blunt when talking about his assessment of Franz Wagner. Coach praised the toughness Wagner plays with, saying, "We're talking about a 6'10 wing who goes hard to the bucket. He invites contact. Those aren't easy guys to contend with." Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie.
Daniel Gafford is a vertical threat at the cup. Look out below.
Here's Adebayo. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
He dialed in from the jump tonight. The confidence is showing here in the first.
On the wing, Jackson. Pass to James. Wagner from long range. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Franz Wagner so fundamentally sound. This guy's so clever, plays with a ton of energy.
Probably a little draft in the arena
tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Shed. Still scoreless. Pass to Allen. From the arc. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. To the wing right side. Down low. Here's Adebayo. And the shot falls short this time. Denver leading by 3. Pass to Morant. Now Jackson. The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Spencer. Back to Adebayo. Here's Shed. 5 to shoot. Here's Highsmith. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson. This is his first free throw of the game.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
So David Adelman decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Make some noise.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Wagner likes to work his way to the painted area as much as possible. Look how comfortable he is finishing around the rim.
Pass to Spencer. Tries again. Good.
If just certain guys have a nose for the basketball, I don't think you teach that. Great second effort there.
The Knicks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Now here's Morant. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Morant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you want to prevent Ja from driving to the rim, but you got to also contest him at the mid-range and just hope it doesn't go in.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
To the inside. And that one's good. Hunter.
Boy, Franz Wagner, he is 6'10", folks, but really gifted offensively. Can do a little bit of everything. Nice pass there.
Here's Shed. He has yet to score. Highsmith's shot is good.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And Wagner has it in the corner. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Wagner's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Denver. Over in the corner, Allen. Adebayo the screen. From 12 feet out. Hunter grabs the miss.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Here's Morant. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. teams changing it up here. Knicks trailed by 3. Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Hardaway. Adebayo the screen. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Listen, we know this guy has got a solid offensive arsenal. You've got to stay on point defensively.
Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Morant. After New York gets the 3. Here's James. Rebounded by Hardaway. And the Knicks with possession. Pass to Adebayo. From 18 feet away. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
And here is James. It's Jackson atop the key. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Here's Adebayo. And the rejection by Jackson. For 3, Hunter. And it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. New York with the ball. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Doris, you see the talent on this Knicks squad, but there's always been questions about the intangibles they possess.
What's fascinating, Kevin, is this team built slowly and methodically and with great patience. And then they took a couple of big swings. It doesn't result in a championship, and now you evaluate everything.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going, keep working at it.
James outside. It's stolen by Allen. From downtown, it's hauled in by Stewart.
I'll tell you, his shot has not been there, but I like the fight he's showing.
Here's Morant. And he converts the layup. Morant's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Spencer. 11 points in the game. Here's Murray Boyle.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And Stewart gets it to go.
And nice dime from Hunter there. An unselfish player who knows how to look for his teammates.
Outside Hardaway. There's the pick. Takes a 3. No good that time. Up in time. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's a tie game in New York. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter. Right. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And so it's New York with it. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit, and that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. The three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
Well, this is a quick and decisive offensive player who's not afraid of contact. Love Tim Hardaway Jr. accepting the contact.
And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I got to go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Nuggets trail. And Wagner has it in the corner. Up again. Here's Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Pass to Hardaway. Here's Murray Boyle. Covered by Hunter. Pocket 6. Hardaway for 3. And stolen by Hunter. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Offensive rebound. Stewart. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Murray Boyle. Outside Hardaway. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Stewart a screen. Deep 2 from Wagner. The shot missing. Knicks trailed by 3. Here's Murray Boyle. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Porter, no luck. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Murray Boyle. Got a hand on it.
What a big-time block from Franz Wagner. Wow, how about the grit on the defensive end?
And the shot goes in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Murray Boyle. Here's Shed, guarded by Porter. Here's Wagner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
When you play the forward position as Wagner does, you've got to be willing to continue to play through contact. Regardless of if there's a foul, play through it. It's so critical that your big men be able to shoot free throws at a high rate.
Pass to Spencer. Here's Carlson. On the wing, Jones. Some nice passing by New York here. They set the screen. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Denver ball.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Porter. Hasn't made one yet. Kicks it out to Wagner. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Outside Hardaway. And Jones has it in the corner. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 5. Pass to Stewart. Shot from the wing. 4 for 5 with that first miss in 5 attempts from the floor. Here's Spencer. Rebound by the Nuggets. And now the Nuggets, fast break. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, Franz Wagner was asked to describe his game, and he said, I don't know if there's someone who I would say I play really close to. I'm like a tall guard. I try to do a lot of different stuff out there, and I hope when you see me play, you see that I'm having fun and I'm playing for the right reasons. Kevin?
Okay, Allie, thanks. And Wagner's got the ball here for Denver. The 15-footer, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Wagner's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Hardaway for 3. New York, no good that time either.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
There's Porter with the 3. Rebounded by Carlson. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
And no doubt Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Knicks trail by 9. It's Allen on the wing. Pass to Spencer. And the layup's good off the glass. Spencer's got his first bucket in this one.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Left side, Jackson. Fades. And Denver again with the bucket.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
And Allen launches it from deep. Rebound by Williams.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
And Wagner has it in the corner. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. New York trailing. Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
44-38.
Outside Williams. And Spencer pulls it down.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
To the left side wing.
Next foul. Haywood Highsmith. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Jackson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Assisted by
6 points for Jaren Jackson.
What agility there. Look how quick Jackson moves after setting the screen. Perfect execution.
Adebayo down low. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. The Nuggets leading by 8. There's Porter with the 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Some nice passing by New York here. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Spencer. Porter with a block. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. 11-point game. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Offensive rebound. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Pass to Spencer. Will it go? Allen outside. Here's Shed. A basket good off the assist from Allen.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
Jackson with the screen.
41.
And here is Hart. And Adebayo sends it back.
Oh, great instincts from Bam. Such a high IQ defender.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Allen with the layup. Allen's got it back down to within single digits for New York. Here's Morant. In the center of things, Morant.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Highsmith. Left side, Adebayo. That one wide left.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the buckets simply will not go down.
Waters can't get it to go. And so Allen will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 10. Deep, Adebayo. Drills it from outside. Adebayo's got 7.
And he's worked hard on that shot. Bam is now very willing to let it fly from beyond the arc.
46.
Right side, Jackson. Here's Morant. That's not going to drop for him. 5 of 9 with that miss. Now the Knicks with it. Pass to Highsmith. Launches a 3. Trains the three-pointer. And now it's just a 4-point Nugget lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Waters. And another miss by Denver. Here's Shed. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
And Gafford throws it down.
Well, with his size and hops, Daniel Gafford is always a threat near the rim.
Here's Shed. Pass to Allen. Now, here's Adebayo. Here's Shed. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Knicks trail by 6. Pass to Highsmith. And the rejection by Gafford. Morant outside. Here's James. Hits the target from 18 feet. James has got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Nuggets. Here's Highsmith. Guarded by Jackson. Allen for 3. Denver grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And Wagner has it in the corner. Misses the 3. So it's New York now. 8-point game. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Screen by Allen. Pass to Spencer. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
0 for 3 to start the second half. You've got to start finding your footing here.
On the wing, James. Wagner outside. And finished off by Wagner.
It is always so fun to watch a guy with a well-rounded offensive game heat up. Mr. Franz Wagner, welcome to the party.
Pass to Adebayo. Nifty move. And Adebayo throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. On the wing, Jackson. Wagner, right side. And again, it's Denver.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A nice shot by Spencer.
Some shooters might overthink a wide open shot. Not this guy.
Morant surveying the D. Jackson with the screen. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there. Cost them a possession.
Knicks trailed by 7. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And there it is for him. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
Back to Morant. And he uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 12 points in the game.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Pass to Allen. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
On the wing, James. Off target from three-point range. And so it's New York with it. They trail by 7. Outside, Adebayo. Shoots over Gafford. Rebounded by Gafford. You know, with Daniel Gafford, they have an element inside that a lot of teams are looking for.
Well, let's begin with his motor. Daniel Gafford wants to play hard and compete on every possession. He's a lob threat and a rim protector. Give me all of that.
New York moving the ball around. Sinks the three-pointer. Spencer's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for New York.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Morant with the bucket.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
With the drive, it's good. He has 5.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Jackson, and he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 8 points.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Pass to Allen. Adebayo the screen. Allen, that's good. Allen's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammate.
There's Wagner with the 3. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
Here's Shed. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Morant outside. Pass to Gafford. Second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
What you love about Daniel Gafford, he knows who he is. He's going to be a force in the painted area on both ends. He's going to take high percentage shots, and he doesn't mind the dirty work.
Pass to Murray Boyle. Nobody near Allen. Oh, good with the triple.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
On the wing, Jackson. He's got 8. And again, Denver, no good.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. The Nuggets leading by 7.
72-65.
Pass to Wagner. This one for 3. And play stops. Whistling what looks to be an illegal screen.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times. And that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Here's Shed. He has 5. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
6 on the shot clock. Allen for 3.
I'll give him a ton of credit here. He is trying to make plays, but nothing right now helping his team.
Outside Jackson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson's going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
Here's Shed. Hardaway for 3. Pass to Murray Boyle. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Might be undersized for a 4, but that vertical more than makes up for it.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Both teams deciding to change it up. The Nuggets leading by 8. Outside Porter. He takes it in. Banked in off the glass. Porter's got 5 points so far. New York with the ball. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The new collective bargaining agreement is pushing parity. Commissioner Adam Silver said teams are realizing that there are real teeth in those second apron provisions. The goal was to put all 30 teams in a better position to compete. I think we're on our way to doing just that. Back to you.
Leveling the playing field. Thanks for the update, Allie. Murray bowls. Hunter grabs the miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The shot misses. Knicks trail by 10. Outside Hardaway. Here's Jones. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, this is his bread and butter, folks. You know he's going to be hounding every missed opportunity.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
They set the pick. Outside Hardaway. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Here's Morant.
minutes remaining in the third.
Another shot. Mobo with the rebound.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
Back to Hardaway. New York missing again.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
James misses. Knicks trailed by 11. Hardaway with the bounce pass to the right side. The tray sinks the triple. Hardaway's got 8 points.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long-distance look right there.
It's Porter outside. Mobo with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
They set the pick. Pass to Shed. Looking to get back on track here. No good on that one.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And that one's good. Morant
using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Hardaway from outside. Another 3 for New York.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make since.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Hunter. Porter in the corner. Good on the triple. 8 points for him.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Hardaway, no good. And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one.
The Nuggets, 85.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's Porter with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 10-point lead. He's feeling it. And it's Wagner missing. And the Knicks with possession here. Here's Murray Boyd. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
Here is Porter. Stewart a screen to the middle. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Jones. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Spencer. He's off on that one. Wagner with it. Hardaway picks him up. For 3, Hunter traps in the tray. And it's a 12-point Denver lead.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the catch.
Hardaway for 3. And the Knicks miss again. And here's Denver. Here's Porter. Here's Stewart. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Stewart's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets. It's Jones on the wing. Pass to Spencer. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Oh, silky smooth from the mid-range. Hardaway Jr., that form is on point.
To the paint. Here's Stewart. Knicks with the rebound. Here's Spencer. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And stolen by Wagner. Pass to Jackson. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Hardaway. Knicks trailed by 12. from outside the arc. Drills the three-pointer.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Here's Wagner. Nice move. Misses at the rim. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Hardaway. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game. This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
Pass to Wagner. Now Hunter. Defended by Jones. It's Porter outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Nuggets lead by 10. There's a screen. Here's Spencer. It's deflected. Here's Wagner. The Knicks pull it in. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Outside Hardaway. Hits the three-point bomb. Hardaway's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I love his approach and attitude right now, doing everything he can to keep his team in it.
Jackson from long range. The shot, no good. Knicks trailed by 7. Pass to Mobo. Right side Jones. Shot clock at 6. Here's Murray Boyle. Puts up a deep 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to listen in on what Denver's coach was going over with his team. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. So the wing on the left. Pass to Spencer. New York needs to get off the shot. Knocks down the 3-ball. And now just a 4-point Nugget lead.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run. And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
New York with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Pass to Hardaway. Adebayo. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Now here's Porter. Goodbye Hardaway. Here's James. And James throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
That's how you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Morant outside. A shake. And it's good on the way in. And now an 8-point Denver lead.
And what a show Morant is putting on. Every time he touches the ball, you feel like he's going to score.
Here's Hardaway. Rebounded by Gafford.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Pass to Hunter. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. And Denver again with the bucket.
Well, this is what we talk about, the tale of two halves. He has been outstanding out of the break.
Here's Heisman. Here's Here's Spencer. The kick out to Adebayo. And the shot goes in. Adebayo's got 4 this quarter.
No hesitation from Adebayo there. Had to love seeing him taking this shot with confidence.
Corner, no luck. Knicks trailed by 8. Pass to Adebayo. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so David Adelman calls the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. The Nuggets leading by 8. Morant outside. Outside Jackson. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And so here is New York. 8-point game. Here's Shaq.
Jaren Jackson Jr. 5th personal foul.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 14 points. Pass to Gafford. There's Wagner with the 3. Knicks with the rebound.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
With the fadeaway.
Wow, tremendous defense by Gafford right there. To get that stop without fouling, that is great work.
Over to the wing. Here's Morant. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy. And leave it up to Morant to put on a show. What a spectacular dunk.
Pass to Hardaway. It's up a 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Allen outside. Beyond the arc. Gafford with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Wagner.
He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
And he sinks the second. Knicks trailed by 13. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's only his first miscue of the night. He's been unbelievably steady so far.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
This is how Adebayo typically gets his points. Off the roll, off the lob, or off the glass.
It misses.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Gafford with the rebound. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Jackson outside. Wagner fires. Misses the 3. Knicks trailed by 13. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
Second team foul.
Jackson outside. Puts it up from 17.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Nuggets.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year. Actually, their fifth win on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Hey, guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Franz Wagner.
This is the very definition of being in his zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. 30 seconds left in the fourth. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
James. Porter outside. All right, here's Williams. Shoots the three. He drills the three. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll do it, folks.